Use me to destroy you all!
He's the biblical superhero who continues to capture our imaginations more than 3,000 years after he lived.
The Talmud talks about how huge he was. There are opinions that he was like huge. He was like physically, his muscles were tremendous.
Samson, who lived during the biblical time of Judges around 1200 BC, was a multifaceted, complicated hero.
He is a super deep personality that was the judge of Israel. He was the greatest scholar and the greatest warrior and political leader of the entire country. And he spelled awe for everyone around him.
But perhaps even more awe-inspiring is the miracle of his conception and birth, and the righteousness of his mother, simply referred to as the barren wife of Manoah. The mother of Samson is considered to be one of the 7 righteous women who were infertile. But unlike the names we know, like Sarah, Rebecca, Leah, and Rachel, she wasn't even given a name in the Torah. But sages say her name was Hatzlelphoni, or Tzlelphonit, which, even though it's believed they were from the tribe of Dan, this name, according to scholars, is in fact a name from the tribe of Judah, insinuating that Samson's mother actually comes from the royal bloodline of Judah. Photographer Dikla Laor reimagines female biblical figures by bringing them to life with a modern-day twist. Today, she's putting her own touch on the story from the Book of Judges, in which an angel appears to Tzlelphonit twice.
The angel of the Lord appeared to her and said, "You are barren and childless, but you are going to become pregnant and give birth to a son." And the angel of God came again unto the woman as she sat in the field. But Manoah, her husband, was not with her.
The biblical text uses the Hebrew word for come on to instead of appear, which Dikla believes insinuates Samson was the result of a sexual union between an angel and his mother.
Samson is not the son of Manoah, he is the son of the angel. The angel is his father. That's why he met her twice in the field. So he's meeting her twice when she is alone, and it is mentioned that she was alone in the field with him.
So her name, very fascinating, was Tzlelphonit, which is a shadow within. And that's really so representative of our work in this world, which is to look within ourselves, at our shadows, at our dark places, and bring light onto it, bring transformation. That's our job in this world.
Regardless, Miriam Cohen of Live Kabbalah says it's not the effect of Samson being born, but the cause, which was God's plan to bring today's final redemption through the divine feminine.
Like all of the matriarchs have gone through, were barren. And all of them went through this challenge of having children, because what did it do for them? They all had to go to a very deep place within themselves, a deep place of prayer, a deep place of faith, and really connect to God from a very deep way. And when they did that, then they were able to reach the essence of femininity, which is the idea of malchut, which is co-creators with God.
You will become pregnant and have a son, whose head is never to be touched by a razor, because the boy is to be a Nazirite, dedicated to God from the womb until the day of his death. He will take the lead in delivering Israel from the hands of the Philistines.
So a Nazirite is found in the Torah as an individual that wants to take a special oath of separation from this world. And it's almost, they want to reach a certain peak level of holiness. But then there's someone who's called Nazir Olam. He's called an eternal Nazarite. And that is the level of Shimshon. Similarly to Hannah giving her child Shmuel to Hashem in the same way. So Shmuel, the great prophet, was also a Nazarite of eternity.
Rabbi Amichai Cohen explains that God even grandfathered Samson into being able to marry Delilah, a Philistine, who was the enemy nation of the Israelites and located in modern-day Gaza.
Shimshon understood that his role was to really dig deep and to uplift the negativity which is going on in Gaza. And he felt that going into the Philistine area and taking a Philistine wife, Delilah, was going to transform that negativity.
However, even the biblical Superman, who also wrestled a lion, had a fatal flaw when it came to women, even being conned by his own wife, Delilah.
His lust became a trap that led to his downfall and capture.
That's always the problem of the seductive woman, that she has the power to reach that kryptonite of the man, much like we know about Superman. That Superman had kryptonite, and actually Superman is based on Samson's story. What was the kryptonite of Samson? It was his hair. But she had the best over him, and eventually Samson revealed that his power comes from his hair, and she of course cut his hair, and he lost all of his power.
Dikla's passion for biblical women has led to 50 pictures, a photo book, and a long-term goal of capturing 200 women to empower modern women to change the negative narratives surrounding our biblical matriarchs thousands of years ago.
למעשה אני אפילו לא יכולה להסביר למה.
I can't even explain where this passion comes from, other than it's an uncontrollable will to do this biblical woman project.
So this shame that was associated with women being barren and not being able to have children, we see now that we're entering this time of the redemption, that this shame is really falling away. And we're seeing literally redemption and miracle in so many people's lives in this area, and we're seeing miracles that women are giving birth at way later ages than they were in the past, and there's so much help from modern medicine. And I think it's really part of this redemption period that we're in.
In the Golan Heights, Emily Francis, I-24 News.